Hello YouTube, it's MoreThanLuck, and I'm here with another episode of Adventure Time with Sam. Sam's going to talk about some things he's picked up in the past few months, and discuss with you guys, so let you see.
Here you go. The past couple months has been pheasant season in Illinois.
Yes.
Our state. So I picked up pretty much the best you can get, which is the Fiocchi 12 gauge golden pheasant. It's nickel plated. I have it in number 5 and number 6 shot. What
do you like about the Fiocchi as opposed to other rounds?
Well, the one really nice thing is, like, when you're eating your game, that you know that if you did miss a pellet, that you have the nickel plating to make sure the lead doesn't actually get in your food.
Right.
But you still get the deformation of the lead. And it's a 1 3/4 ounce load, and it's not the fastest. It's actually 1,200 feet per second, which isn't that quick compared to a lot of other loads out there. But it really, really reaches out to 35, 45, 50 yards, and it'll still knock them down. And in the winter, when they get their thick feathers, they're hard to knock down. And it's impressive how far it can reach out with that not the quickest muzzle velocity.
Totally fine.
I actually picked up a new product by Federal. I believe this is either the first or second year that they've had this Prairie Storms 3-inch Magnum load, number 4 shot. It's actually in steel. That's why it's such a big shot. And I was really impressed with these as well. We hunting Illinois roosters again, and what's cool about it is the muzzle velocity is 1,600 feet per second, which is by far the fastest load I've ever shot. And it's really, you think that you might have to compensate for the fact that it's so quick with less leads, but it actually doesn't seem that way, and it really shows the same knockdown power as a lot of lead loads that are out there. And I'm really, really pleased with it. And it also donates some of the money to some conservation funds.
It's always useful.
To make sure that we have future hunting. It's got 50% of it is just your normal steel ball, and then 50% of it is a ball with a ring around it. It looks kind of like, I don't know, Saturn or whatever. And when it rips the flesh, and it stops quicker, and it also is more devastating just because of that ring around it.
Right.
Again, that's the Federal Prairie Storm, 1,600 feet per second, number 4 shot. And then this is basically your cheapest run-of-the-mill. It's the Winchester Super X High Brass. Anybody out there who hunts pheasants has probably shot this, and it gets the job done. It's not a Magnum load, 7 3/4. It'll get the job done, but you're gonna want to try to stay within 20 to 25 yards with it, because your pattern doesn't stay as tight as with the other two, and it's just not as potent. Then you have these two, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. I actually haven't gotten the chance to go deer hunting with them yet. I'm going up to northern Wisconsin to hunt deer with these Slugger rifle slugs. And I also picked up some of this Magnum buckshot. We shot a couple of different things with them, pumpkins and snowmen, etc. And this buckshot really is something cool to look at. Both are 3-inch, around 1,500 feet per second for both of them. Can't wait to try out these slugs on some northern Wisconsin deer, and hopefully they'll be filling the freezer.
So, in case of the snowman uprising, you're well covered. How would you rate all these different types of ammunition? Which would you rank them?
The thing is, I really like all 3 of them, and each one of them has strengths and weaknesses. The thing about each one is, this just doesn't have the power as these two.
That's true.
And this, it is a really good load. It's just not lead, and it ends up costing $6 or $7 more than this. It outperforms it. The reason being is because it's steel,
steel load. But I mean, they make this in lead, and I'd really like to try that. But even in lead, it's still a good $5 more.
Than this?
And I think that the Yoki is the best option. All right.
And then move these back.
Yeah, feel free.
I was actually at the Dick's Sporting Goods, and I saw this. Pretty good price.
Definitely caught your eye there.
So I decided.
Hard to miss.
I decided to pick it up. It's got this this nice coating on it, so it won't rust. It held an edge for a while. I skinned a couple of pheasants with it. I cut bone right through the breastbone, which is pretty thick. It's got this nice serrated for bone. Can't wait to use it on a buck. And then I also have it's called a Smith's knife sharpener. I used that, touched it up, only took 15 seconds, razor sharp. Now,
And what company makes that?
the sharpener?
No, your knife.
Oh, it's a Remington.
Right.
This grip, it's got a really nice weight in the hilt. It's really, really heavy in the back, which makes it a lot easier to. It's really steady.
It is a heavy knife.
Yeah, it's really steady, and the orange, the blaze orange, is really nice because if you drop it, it's easy.
You're not
to
gonna
see.
miss that.
Yeah, and it's kind of. I thought it was kind of cool. It's also moss. It's the camo on there is done by Mossy Oak, which is a company that I'm a fan of.
Send us free things.
Right. Yeah. Then I picked up this shotgun. It's a 12 gauge Browning A500G, and
This was your first shotgun too.
this was It's got a couple of cool features.
Pick
to
that
it.
up used a lot cheaper actually.
Yeah, I actually picked it up at Cabela's for around the $450 mark. It's nice blued steel, walnut stock.
It's a very pretty gun.
Really nice recoil pad done by Browning. You've got the safeties in a great spot.
Yeah, the location of the safety is a key factor as compared to the Mossberg, which you haven't gotten yet.
Yeah. Now this action never sticks. I keep it lubricated every time I go. Every time I'm done shooting, I lubricate it, and I put the Barricade brand rust protection on there, and that really seems to help it keep from rusting. I mean, when I got it, it had a little bit of rust in the back, and it hasn't spread or anything. I was thinking about taking some really fine-grained sandpaper, trying to work that off. I've got some bluing that I can put on there, and that should take care of that. This is a cool feature here. It's a magazine cutoff switch for those of you who aren't familiar with it. What it does is, basically you have your 1 round chambered in the top, and then you can chamber 5 rounds in this gun. But I have it plugged for the state of Illinois requires you to plug your gun for hunting purposes because they don't want you having 6-7 shots at a bird.
So you don't kill a bird.
You want fair chase. So you can close this up. You have your round up here. Then you have your 2 rounds under here. And if you have it on the this setting here, it'll just continue to fire. Just pull, 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 and it'll fire all 3. Now with magazine cutoff, what's nice about it is you fire and the magazine just reopens. So that way, say I'm out duck hunting, and I see a duck come in, and I fire, and I don't want to put in, and I've got, or I fire my duck load, and I see another goose come in, then I can cut off this magazine so no more duck shells go through, and I can just start feeding goose loads through there, some Federal Blindside or whatever I've got.
Very useful.
And it's just a really, really pretty gun. Then I picked this up. Actually, I picked it up today.
Merry Christmas.
I bought it yesterday. State of Illinois requires you to wait a day for long guns, 3 days for handguns. This has a 6. If you put in 2 3/4 loads, you can put in 6 shells in here. This I bought new. I don't know. It's got the military spec and everything. I've heard they're really reliable. I haven't even shot it yet. I can't wait to get out there and use it.
It's a Mossberg 500, by the way.
Yeah, Mossberg 500. It's got the safety up here.
Which
So it's actually you can use it.
is it a little bit? It is a little bit annoying.
It's supposed to be ambidextrous safety, but my beef with that is, if I'm a lefty, I'm shooting this gun, these ejected shells are going to be coming right across my face. So why would you put an ambidextrous safety on a gun where the ejection port is going to be right in your face?
Right.
I think that's just kind of stupid. It's got a shorter barrel, actually. I think it's 28 inches. It's got an ACU choke, 3-inch chamber. This also has a 3-inch chamber. I forgot to mention that. So you can put just about any kind of load in there. Rack it a couple of times. I can't wait to get out and shoot this. I don't know. My buddy has a Mossberg 535 that I've shot a couple of times, and the recoil reduction on this gas gun here really takes a lot of the recoil out of your shoulder, and this almost feels like you're getting punched. So I am interested to see how this is going to be with a day at the range as opposed to this, because this is just a treat, and I don't know if this is going to be brutal or not.
Hopefully, you won't be too bruised.
Yeah. Comes with this nice little Mossberg emblem on the lock. What you do is you feed this through here, and you lock it, and then it's not, what it's supposed to do is keep kids from being able to
Load ammunition in
load
there.
the gun and get ready to fire. So that's that. So that's just a couple of things I picked up. I've got a lot more out in my car that I got at this big Gander Mountain sale. I got a mossy oak life preserver with shell holders, and I got...
We do like the mossy oak.
Right, yeah.
Big fan.
I got I got a new knife sharpener by Smith's. I'm gonna
We'll have to
try
demo
get a
that sometime.
Demo on that video. Got a couple of knives made by Winchester, and show those, and got a lot more content that I can really do. I'll see you guys
In
soon.
terms from the hunting aspect.
Yeah, I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, and the gun safe, which is
Barren, because we took
very,
everything out.
very awesome.
Right.
All right, well,
So
that's
that.
it. See you guys later.